Hi there, welcome. My name's Sandra Nelson and you are watching me on sandranelsonhealing.com. I'd like to explain a little bit, if I can, about my own personal technique of intuitive energy healing. So if this is the first time you're watching a video about me, basically I'm a skilled coach. I'm a healer. Everything that I do is orientated around supporting the mind, body and soul to regain and reclaim a sense of wellness. I'm also a trained healer and I'm a gifted psychic channeler. I can channel and pick up on information whenever I need to tune in. So the intuitive energy healing is very, very different from, for example, what I might have shared on my page about Reiki. And it would help if I just explained Reiki first, because Reiki is a form of healing which is very ancient, it's gentle, it's hands-on, there's no thinking, there's no attachment, there's no going into things in any way. And literally, as a healer, I am a facilitator of the healing energy. And it's actually the client who draws in the healing energy and heals themselves. I'm just really almost like a pipeline of energy. So I am the pipeline of energy, and the energy comes from an infinite source it's an infinite source of spiritual energy. So it's kind of the principle of Reiki. You're completely clothes on, you're on the bed, on the plinth, or in a chair, and there's a blanket placed around you. There's very discreet and private, hand positions which really respect your personal boundaries, and there's no input from the Reiki practitioner into no kind of diagnosis or input into what's going on with you. So that's completely different than the intuitive energy healing. So the intuitive energy healing is where I'm working with an individual who has begun to grasp that there's something going on with them, and it's either that there is past life patterns are showing up. They may be going through a really, really challenging, really difficult time in their life. It could be that they're experiencing a lot of hardship. It could be that they're also experiencing a lot of scary thoughts and dreams, which are being influenced by, let's say, the other world or otherworldly type of energy. And I also work with people who have acute illness, who have become extraordinarily unwell very suddenly. And the intuitive energy healing is a two-way interaction. Okay, so it's very much that we're working together. We're working together, but you are the person who has the final say on how things turn out and how things are progressed throughout the healing. And so, as an intuitive, my role is to scan and download and pass on any data, any information that I might have, which would really support you and benefit your healing, your overall healing with whatever problem or ailment that you have. And I will also use my experience as an experienced healer, as a coach, as a person who's trained in sound energy healing, a person who's worked with chakras, who's worked with breath work, who's worked with herbs, with homeopathy, a person who's worked with smoke, who's worked on a shamanic level, a person who works very deeply with prayer, a person who works with techniques that are really very privately known techniques in relation to Irish traditional healing. And I will begin to formulate a pathway with you as to how we are going to move forward to break down and dissolve and clear away some of the energy which is maybe trapped or stagnant around you, either in your own body, your own energy field, or in your life. And I've done extensive work on ancestral healing. both in my own life and also in support of other healers that I've known that have been working on ancestral healing. I have a lot of experience working on land healing where there's been trauma and battles and a lot of bloodshed. And so as soon as we've done the scan on your past, your present, and what it is that you're thinking of in the future, or what kind of information is coming into you, and how you are in your mind, body, and soul, and as soon as we've retrieved all of that information, a plan will begin to formulate about how we can approach increasing your energy vibration. And that is supported, and it's really tailored to the individual, is what my words I'm trying to say. So every single person is different. But the one thing that is similar with every person is because I work remotely and because I have developed a system that works really, really effectively working as a distance, that as soon as I have your permission to begin to engage with you on a soul level, on the astral plane, I can work with you through prayer at a distance. And some of the things that might happen, for example, or have happened for people that I've done this work for in the past, is that they may have really, really deep sleep. They're sleeping so much better. They've maybe regained their appetite. Or maybe their appetite has reduced. For some people, they've had a physical reaction, and it can be mild to very strong, where there's a purging. And what I mean by that is that the person may have diarrhea. They may actually, their body might start releasing. And that is simply because of an exchange of energy. That's simply because I have gone in remotely and supported your energy system in some way, and you have embraced that energy which has been offered, and your body has decided to let go of stuff. And so that's why that happens. And it can also be that, say, for example, a person who has been quite troubled about past life experiences will have very much an ending to the story that they have been telling themselves, or there'll be a natural ending in dream time of the stories. It can also be someone who's had a particular energy pattern within their energy field and has been attracting, for example, maybe criticism, lack of support. They've been undervaluing themselves. A lot of anger can come up. And this is all done remotely. They'll suddenly get really, really angry whenever those people who have been taking them for granted forever, suddenly they don't accept it anymore, because they've just shifted their value and they value themselves so much more. And so they're not going to take any more nonsense from people who are looking down on them, or who are maybe using them in some way. So there's lots of different, I suppose, effects which come from the intuitive energy healing, and that's something that we talk about on an ongoing basis. But to get much clearer for you on how it can benefit you, it can benefit you in the sense of, some people have multiple things going on, and so yes, they can go and have a healing treatment, or have a massage, or have a sound bath, or have this or have that. But sometimes you actually need a much longer period of time, and a number of different modalities which flow together, and which actually have a much gentler and longer term impact for you. And so the change in the energy really integrates into your system, because sometimes I've noticed as a healer that clients may have one or two healing sessions to go, I'm great, I'm grand, don't need any more healing, I'm off, thanks so much, that was fantastic, I couldn't believe it, everything just changed for me so quickly and everything's wonderful, and they're gone, they're off. And then you find a year later or 6 months later that healing did last. It lasted for a period of time. But what actually happens is that the person has habits and behaviors, and they have patterns which they haven't fully released, and they haven't fully integrated all their new wisdom, because we have an endless well of information in our own systems, in our own bodies, and this information is there to be tapped into. So working on the level of being an intuitive and being a coach and a healer, looking at you reclaiming your sense of wellness from a holistic point of view, it just really works. So I hope this has given you some insight into how I'm able to work on a remote level on the intuitive energy healing. I have a feeling I might have to do this video a few more times, but for now I'm going to put it up. I'm going to look forward to your feedback and your comments, and if I can improve the video, I will. Just let me know. Okay, so sandranelsonhealing.com, and thanks so much for subscribing and checking me out. Thank you.